In the dim hush of the jungle, just before the night fully settles, something stirs atop a dead branch. It doesn't move, doesn't blink, doesn't breathe. It is the branch, or so it seems. But then the silence fractures. A rustle, a snap of leaves, and something drops from above. A predator lands just meters away. Still, the shape on the branch does not move. The predator scans the area, locks eyes with the branch, then looks away. Dismisses it, because what it sees is nothing. Just a broken stump. Moments later, the threat gone, the branch exhales, eyes open from the wood grain, feathers ripple where bark should be, and what was once invisible becomes a bird. But this story doesn't end with camouflage, because sometimes what looks like a potoo isn't one at all. Somewhere deeper in the jungle, another shape lies still. Perfectly still. Same size, same color. But this one isn't breathing, because it was never alive. It's made of mud, twigs, feathers, placed with intention, positioned with eerie precision, and its purpose is chillingly clear. It's not hiding the bird. It's pretending to be the bird. Even in death, we may have just witnessed one of the most disturbing cases of avian mimicry ever recorded. And nobody knows how. For decades, the potoo has existed at the edge of scientific understanding, more rumor than fact. A bird rarely seen moving, almost never caught in flight, and scarcely understood in behavior. Indigenous communities spoke of ghost birds that never blinked, whose eyes glowed like lanterns in the dark. When researchers began cataloging South America's nocturnal species, they nearly missed it entirely. Because the potoo doesn't flee, it vanishes. Evolution has fine-tuned this bird into one of the most cryptic creatures on Earth. Its mottled feathers match the bark of dead trees. Its body posture mimics snapped-off stumps. During the day, it holds perfectly still for hours, even in the plain sight. No flinching, no blinking. It doesn't rely on flight or aggression, but on becoming part of the landscape. Camouflage in the animal kingdom is not new. Owls, frogs, insects all play the game of disappearance. But the potoo doesn't just blend in. It embodies stillness so convincingly that predators and researchers alike have walked right past it. But it's what happens after. A potoo has been spotted, or worse, after it's been hunted, that opens a new chapter. In at least 3 separate field studies across Brazil and Ecuador, researchers found structures high in the canopy, arrangements of twigs, leaves, and bird feathers fashioned into bird-like forms. They weren't nests, they weren't abandoned kills, they were decoys, roughly potoo-sized, perched like potoos, built where potoos had recently been seen, and in one case, what appeared to be a second potoo perched beside a real one was later revealed to be entirely synthetic. A fake. No other bird is known to do this. The behavior wasn't recorded in captivity. It wasn't taught. It wasn't consistent with known nesting patterns, but it was precise, as if the bird were crafting a visual echo of itself. Why? That question remains open. One theory suggests the decoys serve as sacrificial bait, a visual misdirection to distract predators. If a hawk, ocelot, or snake strikes the fake, the real bird lives. It's a simple strategy. Build a body double. Let it take the risk. Another possibility: psychological camouflage. The potoo's entire survival is predicated on belief. Predators must believe it's part of the tree. If one potoo is attacked and fails to deceive, a decoy may reset that illusion in the predator's memory. The thing on the branch isn't food, the jungle learns. It's just more bark. A third, more radical hypothesis touches on cognition. Is it possible the potoo isn't just instinctually still, but possesses some level of representational thinking? The ability to imagine what a predator sees and build accordingly? That would mark a rare cognitive threshold in bird behavior, one closer to corvids and primates than nightjars. But there's no confirmation, only patterns, whispers of mimicry, snapshots of illusion. No camera trap has ever recorded a potoo building. The decoy. No observer has seen it in the act. What we have are traces, evidence left behind. The way one might study an ancient culture through artifacts, which leaves us with a haunting conclusion. We are chasing a mind that does not want to be seen. And if it can fool death, what else might it be hiding? The jungle does not offer easy answers. It speaks in rustles, shadows, and vanishing acts. But somewhere out there, in the branches that aren't really branches, a potoo watches, motionless, invisible. Perhaps next to a decoy it built. Perhaps beside the last illusion we failed to catch. And as we scan the trees, searching for birds, for meaning, for patterns that explain, something is already watching back, perfectly still, unseen, waiting.